Hey there, everyone. Did it Hutchinson Candid Real Thing Production Outlay, the host of the Tom and Bren Storytime series Outlay. You are about to watch episode 24 Outlay of Tom and Terence and No and Tom and Go Fishing Outlay. Now, I did say to you all Outlay in the last episode Outlay that we did Outlay, I would going to be doing all the other episode Outlay until the new year Outlay on Wednesday, January 3rd. But I decided to bring you all the episodes that I was going to do on Wednesday today. So after I do episode 24 through episode 28 today, Outlay, I will be doing the rest of the episodes that are coming of season 2 of the Tom and Bren Storytime series of season 2, Outlay. So without further ado, Outlay, here is episode 24 of the Tom and Bren Storytime series. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hey there, Will. Tom Man 2015. You're just in time for the story. So here we go. the season episode 24 outlet at the Tom and Friend Story Time series outlet and now upon us outlet. In the last episode we talked about Henry and the Lion Kipper and Henry Need outlet. But now today we're gonna be talking about Tom and Terence and No and Tom go fishing. So all aboard. Here we go. Tom and Terence in No and No. Autumn was changing the leaf alley from green to brown. A field was changing too alley from yellow to moving to the brown earth. And Tom puffed the lawn alley and he heard a crack and a track of a tractor at work. One day, stopping for a signal, he saw the tractor close by. Hello, said the tractor. I'm Terence. I'm plowing. I'm Thomas. I'm pulling a train. What ugly wheels you got? They're not ugly. They're caterpillar, said Terence. I can go anywhere, Allie. I don't need rails. I don't want to go anywhere, said Thomas huffily. I like my rail, thank you. Thomas oversaw Terence working, but brewing he whistled. Terence never answered. Winter came when the dark, thick, heavy cloud bullet no. I don't like it, said Thomas the driver. A heavy snow thought coming. I hope it don't stop us. Whew, said Thomas. Silly, no melt out on the rails. So thought up. Nothing to do it. He puffed, feeling cold and uncomfortable. Then their journey outly safely, but the country was covered and would cover outly. But the country was covered and the rails were too thick for the line, staring out with white in the white snow. You need your snowplow for the next journey, Thomas, said the driver. Whew! No, it really stop. It won't stop me. Listen to me, said the driver replied. Where are you going to put the snowplow on? I want no nonsense, please. The snowplow was heavy and uncomfortable, and it made Thomas cross. He shook it and he banged it, and when he got back, it was so damaged that the driver happened to take it off. You are a very naughty engine, said the driver. And as he shut the shed door that night, the next morning both driver and fireman came early to work hard to mend the snowplow, but they couldn't make it fit properly. It was time for the third train, and Thomas would plead, I won't have to wear it. I won't have to wear it, he puffed. Annie and Clarabelle hope it's all right. I hope it's all right. They whispered, rumbling to each other. The driver would after it too, Allie. And not bad here, he said. the fireman, but it sure be deep in the valley. It went knowing again when Tom started, but the rails were not covered. Silly docked up, silly docked up, he puffed. I didn't need that stupid old thing yesterday, and I won't today. No, can't stop me. He rut into a tunnel. Thinking how clever he was. At the other end, he saw a dip of snow from the sign of a cutter. Silly old no, said Thomas, and he charged it and cindered and ashes, said Thomas. I'm stuck, and he was. Back, Thomas, back, said the driver. Thomas tried, but his wheel spun and he couldn't move. More no ball and turned up around him. The guard went back for help. When the driver and fireman and passenger tried to dig the snow away, but at faster as they dug, more snow slipped down until Thomas was nearly buried. Oh, my wheel and coupling rod, said Thomas sadly. I I should have to stop here until I'm frozen. What a silly engine I am. And Thomas began to cry. At last, a shooting in the written told then the butt came for the passengers, but Terence chugged down through the tunnel and he pulled the empty coaster away and then came back for Thomas. Thomas' wheels were clear but still spinning helplessly. When he tried to move, Terence tugged and Brennan tugged, at last dragging Thomas into the tunnel. Thank you, Terence. Your caterpillar are splendid, said Thomas gravely. I hope I hope you've been a Shevlin now, Thomas, said the driver. Certainly, I'll try, said Thomas, as he puffed home. But there is more. But wait, there's more, Outly. There's more to our story. Thomas goes fishing. Thomas did Brent Line Alley have a station by the river. As he rumbled over the bridge alley, he would see people fishing sometime. They stood quickly by their line, and sometimes they were actually tricking fish out of the water. Thomas often warned to stay and watch, but its driver said, No, what would your top and hat, said, when we are late. Thomas thought and he would love to stop by the river. I should like to go fishing, he said to himself loudly. Every time he met another engine alley, he would say, I want to fish. But they all answer, Engine don't go fishing. Silly, sick in the mud. He was shortly at prepping, but Thomas gently having to take on water at the station by the river. One day he stopped and Jurgen and his firemen pulled the pipe from the water tower in its tank. Then He turned the strip, but it was out of order. No water came out. Brother, said Tobin, I'm thirsty. Never mind, said the driver. We'll get some water from the river. They found a bucket and some rope and went to the bridge. Then its driver lowered the bucket down to the water. The bucket was old, and it had about 5 holes. They had to fill it, and they pulled it up empty into Thomas's tank as quickly as they could. There's a hole in my bucket. Dear Litton, saying the fireman. Never mind. Never mind about Litton, said the driver. You em- you emptied that bucket out of it before it spilled in the water over me. They spin it at last. That's good, puffed Tommy. He started, and Annie and Clarabelle ran happily behind. They puffed along the valley and then went into a tunnel. when Tom began to feel a pain in its boiler. When steam hit from its safety valve and alarmed away. There's too much steam, said the driver and fireman. Open the tap and in the fill pipe. Let more water into the boiler, but nothing came. Oh dear, groaned Thomas. I'm going to burst. I'm going to burst. Okay, that's the problem. I don't know why that picture upside down, but okay. They bumped down bit fire and they throttled on and they got in the pat and they got in the pat. Thomas hit just outside the last station when they stopped and uncoupled the remaining Clarabelle and ran Thomas, who was still hitching a bit of Bert, on a sign right out of the way. Then the guard telephoned when the engine inspector and the fireman, point out the fire, and the driver noted large letter to hang on Thomas in front and behind. Danger! Keep away! Soon the inspector and Sir Topham had arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon pull you right. And the driver told him what had happened. So, the fuel pipe is blocked, said the inspector. Jet looked in the tank. He climbed up and he peered in, and then he came down. It could be, sir, he said to the Topham Hatt. Please look in the tank and tell me what you see. Certainly, Inspector. He climbed up and he looked in and he nearly fell off in surprise. Inspector, he whispered, can you see this? Goodness gracious me, said the Topham Hatt. How did the fish get in there? Driver. Tom the driver outlay at certain head alley. We must have fished it from the river, he told about the bucket. The Topham Hatt laughed. Well, Thomas, you and your driver been fishing, but fish don't suit you, and we must get them out. So the driver and fireman fishing rod and net, and they took turns at fishing Thomas the tank alley. When the Topham Hatt told them how to do it, when they caught all the fish, the station master gave them some potatoes and the driver a frying pan. And when the firemen made bit beside the line and they did cooking, then they all have a lovely picture supper of fish and chips. That was good, said the Topham Hatt as he finished. It's sure. But fish don't suit you, Thomas, so you must do it again. No, sir, I won't, said Thomas sadly. Engine don't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable. The end. Wow, you guys, I gotta tell you something, Outley. Thomas was insane, Outley, when he did have all that bitch in it boiler, or I mean in it tank, whatever, Outley. Anyway, that included the episode of Tom and Friend Storytime. One, I know you guys are asking what will happen in episode 25. Well, that's a story for another day.